everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Turnips to Tangerines. And today on Turnips to Tangerines, we are going to be talking about sweet potatoes. Fall is the perfect time of year to prepare sweet potatoes in advance for the upcoming, holiday season, for baking and things like that. I love to bake with pumpkin, canned pumpkin, but to be perfectly honest, I prefer the taste of sweet potatoes better. So, I don't know, it just has a different taste than pumpkin. They're almost similar to most people, but the taste is just a little bit different and a little bit stronger, I think. And I just prefer, I don't know, I just prefer the taste and even the color of sweet potatoes versus canned pumpkin. Even though there's nothing wrong with canned pumpkin, I use it all the time, and I've always got a couple of cans in my pantry starting about this time of year into like January. But when I get a chance and I find sweet potatoes when I find sweet potatoes for sale at a farmer's market, which I did find these at the Wagner's Farmer's Market in Black Creek, Wisconsin, and I've mentioned them many times this fall. I always like to pick up a couple, and these were actually, I think they were 50 cents a piece. So these are some nice big sweet potatoes, and actually one sweet potato yields quite a bit of like mashed. So if you're going to do what I'm going to do, and what I'm going to do is bake these off in the oven. I'm going to prick them all over with my fork and then put them on a piece of parchment paper, because sweet potatoes can get kind of messy in the oven. They ooze all over the place. But that's a good thing, but they can make a mess, so I like to set them on a rimmed baking sheet lined with parchment paper and let them bake. And then when I take them out, I let them cool completely, cut them open and scoop out the insides, and then I freeze that amount, whatever, maybe a 1 cup portions in freezer baggies. And that way in the next few months, if I want to make sweet potato bread or pumpkin bread or cookies or scones or muffins, or just have a nice sweet potato with our meal with a little bit of butter, I'll have them ready for me. So I do have these two here, but I also have picked up like 4 more, so I'm going to be making quite a few of them today. I'm only going to show like 2 here because they all look the same. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So I hope you enjoy me and stop on back, because we got sweet potatoes on the brain today. See you then. 375 maybe. I cooked them a little longer and at a higher temperature because they were such big sweet potatoes. So you gotta kind of just go according to the size of them and, you know, whatever. So now we are just gonna set them aside. And this is what I mean by them making a mess. They get all syrupy and yummy. And they're nice and done. You can just tell they're soft. And go like that. Yep, they're wonderfully done. So we are just going to set them aside, and we are going to let these cool completely until they are cool enough to handle, which probably will be at least, I would say, an hour, because like I said, these were in there in the oven for a good hour and a half at 375, and they are super duper hot, and we don't want to burn ourselves or anything like that. But I will try to get a little bit closer here down, and as they cool they will shrink up a little bit here, and that's perfectly okay, because what you're going to do when you can handle them you see how sticky they get, we will just peel off the peel here, what is that, skin, and then we'll scoop it out, and then we will put it in our baggies, our freezer baggies, and we'll freeze them. You know, you can measure it if you want. I usually don't, but you can put in, you know, 1 cup size or 2 cup size, whatever you want. I usually don't. I probably should, but I don't. I kind of just eyeball it. So that's what we're going to do next. So we're going to set these aside and let these completely cool so we can handle them, because this sweet potatoes are very, when they're hot, they are very, very sticky, and they're very gooey, and if you get any of this on your fingers, you will definitely burn yourself. So that's why we're going to let these cool until let them cool off until they are completely cooled and we can handle them, and then we will peel off the skin and we will put them in a baggie. So we'll see you back here in a little bit. Sweet potatoes have cooled, and then I put them right into the refrigerator overnight last night and just set them in there for just to let them, you know, get good and cold. And now I'm just going to peel back the skin. By the time they cooled off last night, it was getting to be a little late, so I thought I'll just throw them right into the refrigerator as is, right on the pan, and peel them off in the morning, and it worked out fine. So you just kind of peel back the skin like that, and you just keep on peeling it back like that. No big deal. It's really not that difficult. Normally you could just pick them up, but they kind of stick to the pan here. Like I said, they are very sticky when they first come out of the oven, so you want to be very careful. And that's about it. I'm going to go get a paper towel for my hands here, because of course I forgot that. And wipe my hands off, and we will scoop it up. And I am going to put 1 sweet potato in a baggie here. That way I will, you know, a lot of recipes will call for like a half a cup of sweet potato or 1 sweet potato cooked, mashed. So that way if I put 1 in a bag, I'll kind of, you know. But look at how nice and orange that is. Okay, here we go. Look at how nice and tender that is. Ooh, yummy. Look at that. Put 1 in there. I got Larry looking at this right here. Yeah, Larry likes sweet potatoes. Right, Larry? That's about all you do. It's real simple. You don't even have to mash it, or I don't. You could. I don't though, because I think, well, what for? But even that's good to eat. That's just, you know, from the sitting there. Ooh, look at how nice and easy that is. So when you're at the farmer's market this year and you see, ooh, look at that. Sweet potatoes. There, Larry. He loves those. Pick up a few and do this trick. And then when you want to make you know, pumpkin bread or pumpkin scones or anything that involves pumpkin, you can always switch out the sweet potato. Like I said, I prefer the taste of sweet potato versus pumpkin. I just think it has a nicer flavor, stronger flavor, more earthy flavor maybe. But I just love it. See? But that's it. You bake your potatoes. You don't even have to bake your sweet potatoes. You don't put anything on them. Throw them in the oven, about 375 for an hour and a half, depending. They should be nice and, you know, done and gooey, and, you know, all this start to like ooze out their insides like that. And then you take them out of the oven. You'll let them come to room temperature. You can put them in the refrigerator overnight like I did, or you can scoop it out right away. It all depends. Whatever you care to do. And here I'm going to give my dogs just a little bite of the sweet potato. And sweet potatoes are actually very good for dogs too. Very good. Well, they're good for everybody. Come on, watch out guys. Let me put this back. Put that aside. Watch out guys. So, here I've got two big packages of sweet potatoes, all done and ready to go. And how simple was that? And they each cost 50 cents a piece. So for $1, I got this much mashed sweet potatoes. See you again. Bye now.